Today I'm out with the XP ORX with the HF coil. Now this is a part 2 video really, because the part 1 is over on the XP YouTube channel. Let me quickly explain. This is a really quiet field, and in part 1 we went out with the XP Deus and we made some adjustments to try and make this field a little bit more livelier, and we got a couple of coins, nothing exciting, but we certainly changed the dynamics of the machine. So I've had a few questions, I've had a few emails saying, well, can you do the same with the ORX? What's the ORX going to work like on that field? I'm going to start using the coin fast mode and just let you hear how quiet this field is. My plan is to move on to the coin deep mode, just like we did with the XP Deus, and then make some adjustments as we go. Now there's a couple of things I want to talk about regarding some settings, and I'll get there in a moment. So okay, let's turn the ORX on, go straight into the coin fast mode. As you can see there, 14 kilohertz, exactly the same as what we were using on the XP Deus. And let's have a little walk and I'll let you hear what the machine sounds like. And you can see there, that's where I dug one of the coins on the Deus video, so I'm on exactly the same spot. Coin fast, no adjustments. There's absolutely no feedback coming from the machine at all in the coin fast mode, exactly the same as the previous video. So what did we do? First of all, we went up to sensitivity 99 on the Deus, so let's try and replicate that sensitivity 99 on the ORX. Once again, a little bit of EMI coming in, nothing to worry about. Let's get going. Just got the odd pop, the odd spit. Iron. That pretty much replicates the Deus in Deus fast mode using sensitivity of 99. It's still a little bit quiet. We want to try and get the machine on its limit. So once again, we need to change the program, and we're going to go into the deep program. So here we go, the deep program. Press the hashtag key and we're straight into the coin deep program, and it's sensitivity 90, frequency 14, iron volume on, reactivity 2. Once again, the same as the Deus, I'm going to go up to reactivity 3, discrimination 7, I'm not going to bother touching that, and there we are, sensitivity, exactly the same as the deep mode we used on the Deus. The deep mode with the sensitivity at 90, let's see how it differs from the coin fast mode with sensitivity at 99. So here we go then. Coin deep, sensitivity at 90. Where are we going to go from here? So perhaps we can introduce a little bit more sensitivity, just like we did with the Deus on our previous video. Sensitivity 95. Here we go then, sensitivity 95, deep program on a quiet field. Absolutely wonderful. Getting a little bit of feedback coming through. Just right. Now going back to this reactivity thing, okay, people say, why don't you use reactivity 1 for more depth? Let's give it a try. If you want to run your machine like that, be my guest, but for me it's a big no. I like to use the higher reactivities. Right, let's go up to 2, see what difference it makes. Reactivity 2. Still not feeling the love there, it's still a little bit too unsettled for me. Reactivity 2.5. Now this is a pretty good all-rounder, but as I said before, not for me in stubble. 2.5. We'll just go and have that spot where I found the coin the other day. 2.5, still too high as far as I'm concerned. Okay, now I'm going to reactivity 3. 3, which is the maximum on the ORX. Well, as you can see now, the machine is much more usable. I think what the lower reactivity does, it makes the signals bigger, but it also makes the false signals bigger and the ground feedback bigger. Once again, I think that's a bit of horrible eye. What we want here is a nice clear signal, or as clear as we can get it. Don't forget, the deeper signals will have a little bit of an iron buzz with them. Got an interesting one here, coming up at 70s, 72 on the screen there, 82, 71, so the numbers are pretty consistent. If you try to locate a target, you can also use the back edge of the coil there, like this. And that'll get the exact spot. Here we go. It's a piece of lead. Okay, I know it's a piece of lead, it's pretty much junk. But you've got to remember here, we are searching on a very quiet field. And I suspect a lot of you guys out there watching this video have got quiet fields. We're not all detecting in the grounds of a museum, so to speak. If you're on a Roman site, well, that's an open goal. You can do what you want. It's these fields which are difficult. Perhaps you've only got permission for quiet fields. And this video may help you just get that little bit more out of your metal detector. But like I say, we're not all detecting in the grounds of a museum. Some people have got fantastic sights and they just can't put a foot wrong. Every signal's a coconut. But sadly, with us, we're on these fields, we've got to make the best of them what we can. Well, I think we've finally got our perfect setting for this field. Coin deep, sensitivity 95, reactivity 3. I'm not going to mess around with frequencies today. I'm going to just leave it on 14 kilohertz, but I'm really happy with the way this machine's giving me a little bit of feedback. That's iron. Here's a little iron tip for you. Steady number 86, 87. A big belting signal, but if you draw the coil back while sweeping, oh, it seriously turns to iron. Right back here, look. I know that could be anything, guys, it really could, but in this instance, I'm not going to dig it. I think that's iron. It's reluctant to give a number up. Got a bit of a soft sound to it, a bit of ghosty though, isn't it? As soon as I put the camera near it, it starts to get a bit irony. So the machine is actually picking up the camera. Bear that in mind. God, it's quite stony. That's better. Nothing on the probe. Definitely. See, even moving the camera a few inches away has tidied that signal up. Here we go. It's round. It's just a little round button, but nice signal, wasn't it? That's interesting. Couple of buttons. As you can see, I've walked from right over there, and these are my first two signals in this distance. So this field is by no means productive. It is a very, very quiet field. In fact, it's a pretty depressing field, but I'm sure lots of you out there can feel my pain. Double bleeper, that's not very deep. You notice there the numbers are all staying about the same. They're all grouping around the 80s. That's always a good sign. If the numbers were jumping 80, 60, 20, 12, sort of jumping around, being inconsistent, that is quite often misshaped iron. But the fact that these numbers are all hovering around the 80s, there's a bit of consistency, is really encouraging. Certainly not deep, because we got the double bleeping coming in there. Coin? No, square. Oh, there you go. Nice bit of a buckle there. There you have it, a buckle. It's not a coin, but it's an artifact. I'll take that any day of the week. This coin deep mode on this field, sensitivity 95, reactivity 3, is just about on its limits. It's not unstable, it's very usable. I don't think I can get it any better than this. No numbers on that one. Oh, 71, look, just come up. Let's go to coin fast, give that a try. Coin fast. Once again, a little bit softer. Not as forced. Coin deep. I wonder what the higher frequency would do. 54, too high. 31 kilohertz. Nice and clean on 34 kilohertz. 31 kilohertz, I should say. 54 kilohertz. Not a lot of difference there. Another button perhaps. No, I think that is a coin. Well, we finished on a coin. Thank God for that. Well guys, that was a tough one. I'm sorry I didn't find you anything really nice. I think that little coin was a Roman, by the way, but I'm sure you'll appreciate that my videos are more about the technical side rather than the treasure side of things. But we got the ORX rocking and rolling out there using that coin deep program, sensitivity 95, reactivity 3. That worked really well, so why don't you go out there and give it a try? You might have a little bit more luck than I have out there. But the crazy thing is, out there I found loads of small non-ferrous targets, but I haven't found any big targets. What's that all about? Do you think they've all been found? I very much doubt it. So that's it. Like I say, once again, sorry I haven't found anything decent, but that's metal detecting for you. You just don't know. But hopefully now the crops are coming off, we can get on some better fields and perhaps make some more interesting videos. But like I say, the technical side of things is what I concentrate on. Now if you go over to the XP channel, you'll see me on that same field using the XP Deus and just tweaking it to get the best out of it. And just like this, the deep program was the best program to use, sensitivity 95, reactivity 3. So the ORX and the Deus kind of mimic each other on power. I've got no doubts about that whatsoever. The only difference is the Deus, you can fine tune the audio to how you want it. For example, full tones, two tones, things like that. Whereas the ORX is three tones and that's it. But I've had a great day. Once again, if I'd have spent all day out there, I might have found something decent. It's really time over meters, isn't it? And if your fields are like that, I feel your pain, God help you. But it's always the way, isn't it? You've got lovely looking fields, you know there should be something on there, but you just can't connect with it on the day. But who knows, the turn of a plough and it might be a different field altogether. So that's enough of my waffling. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Have you had a quiet field and you spent time on it and it's turned out to be a good field? Have you got a great story about that? I'd love to hear it. Guys, I've said enough. Hopefully see you on the field again soon. Bye for now.